Are you tired of feeling like your money isn't really yours? You work hard, you save, but at the end of the day, you're still stuck in the same financial hamster wheel. You see the headlines about people making fortunes with things like Bitcoin, and you wonder if that's even real. If something like that could actually work for you. What if I told you there's a different way to think about money? A way that puts you in control, not the big banks or governments. A system that's open to everyone, no matter who you are or where you live. It sounds like science fiction, but it's real. It's called Bitcoin. And in the next few minutes, we're going to break it down in simple terms so you can finally understand what it is, how it works, and what it could mean for your financial future. So, what exactly is Bitcoin? Imagine you have a digital treasure chest. This chest doesn't belong to any bank or government. It's yours and yours alone. Inside this chest, you can store digital gold. This digital gold is Bitcoin. It's a new kind of money that's completely digital. You can't hold it in your hand like a dollar bill, but you can own it, you can spend it, and you can send it to anyone in the world without asking for permission. Think about the money in your bank account. You probably see it as a number on a screen. You trust your bank to keep it safe and to transfer it when you want to buy something. But what if you didn't need a bank at all? What if you could be your own bank? That's the big idea behind Bitcoin. It's a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. That means it allows you to send money directly from one person to another without any middleman. No banks, no credit card companies, no government agencies. Just you, the other person, and a powerful technology that makes it all possible. But how can you trust a system with no one in charge? That's where the magic of Bitcoin really shines. It's all powered by a revolutionary technology called the blockchain. The blockchain is what makes Bitcoin secure, transparent, and trustworthy. It's like a public record book that everyone can see, but no one can change. Every single Bitcoin transaction is recorded in this book, so there's no cheating, no counterfeiting, and no one can spend the same money twice. So, to put it simply, Bitcoin is a new kind of money that's digital, decentralized, and secure. It's a way for you to take back control of your finances and participate in a global financial system that's open to everyone. So how does Bitcoin actually work without a bank in the middle? The secret ingredient is a technology called the blockchain. It might sound complicated, but the idea is actually quite simple. Imagine a digital notebook that's shared with thousands of people all over the world. Every time someone sends or receives Bitcoin, a new entry is made in this notebook. This entry, called a transaction, is bundled together with other recent transactions into a block. Each new block is then added to the end of the notebook, creating a chain of blocks. That's where the name blockchain comes from. It's a chain of blocks, each one linked to the one before it. This chain is the official record of every Bitcoin transaction that has ever happened. It's a public ledger that anyone can view, which makes the whole system transparent. But what makes the blockchain so secure? How can you be sure that no one is cheating the system? This is where things get really clever. Each block in the chain is cryptographically sealed. Think of it like a wax seal on an old letter. Once the seal is broken, you know someone has tampered with it. In the same way, if someone tries to change a transaction in an old block, it would break the seal on that block and all the blocks that came after it. This would immediately alert everyone on the network that something is wrong. To add a new block to the chain, powerful computers on the network have to solve a complex mathematical puzzle. This process is called mining. The first computer to solve the puzzle gets to add the next block to the chain and is rewarded with a small amount of newly created Bitcoin. This is how new Bitcoins are made. This mining process is what keeps the network secure. It makes it incredibly difficult and expensive for anyone to cheat the system. The blockchain is what makes Bitcoin possible. It's a shared, public, and secure ledger that's maintained by a global network of computers. It's a system that's built on trust, but not the trust of a single company or government. It's a system that's built on the trust of mathematics and technology. Now that you understand what Bitcoin is and how it works, you might be wondering, how is it different from the money we use every day? The dollars in your wallet or the numbers in your bank account are what we call fiat currency. This money is issued and controlled by a central authority, usually a government or a central bank. They can print more of it whenever they want, which can lead to things like inflation. Bitcoin, on the other hand, is completely decentralized. There's no single person, company, or government in charge. It's a global financial system that's run by a network of computers all over the world. This means that no one can just decide to create more Bitcoin out of thin air. The total supply of Bitcoin is limited to 21 million. There will never be more than 21 million Bitcoin in existence. This makes it more like a digital version of gold than a traditional currency. Another big difference is how transactions are processed. When you use your credit card to buy something, your transaction has to go through a whole series of middlemen. Your bank, the merchant's bank, the credit card company, they all take a small cut of the transaction. This can make transactions slow and expensive, especially if you're sending money to someone in another country. With Bitcoin, you can send money directly to anyone, anywhere in the world, without any middlemen. This can make transactions much faster and cheaper. And what about privacy? When you use your bank account, your personal information is tied to every transaction you make. The bank knows who you are, where you live, and what you're spending your money on. With Bitcoin, your identity is not directly linked to your transactions. You have a public address, which is like a bank account number, but it doesn't have your name or personal details attached to it. So, to sum it up, Bitcoin is a new kind of money that's decentralized, scarce, and efficient. It's a system that's not controlled by any single entity, and it's open to everyone. So, you're intrigued by the idea of Bitcoin, and you're ready to take your first steps into the world of crypto. But where do you even begin? Getting started with Bitcoin is actually easier than you think. The first thing you'll need is a Bitcoin wallet. This is a digital wallet that allows you to store, send, and receive Bitcoin. There are many different types of wallets to choose from, each with its own set of features and level of security. You can get a software wallet, which is an application that you can install on your computer or mobile phone. These are convenient for everyday use, but they can be vulnerable to hackers if your device gets compromised. For a higher level of security, you can get a hardware wallet. This is a physical device, similar to a USB drive, that stores your Bitcoin offline. For most beginners, a reputable software wallet is a great place to start. Once you have a wallet, the next step is to get some Bitcoin. The most common way to do this is to buy it from a cryptocurrency exchange. These are online platforms that allow you to buy, sell, and trade cryptocurrencies. Some of the most popular exchanges include Coinbase, Binance, and Kraken. To buy Bitcoin on an exchange, you'll need to create an account and verify your identity. Once your account is set up, you can deposit money from your bank account and use it to buy Bitcoin. But buying Bitcoin isn't the only way to get it. You can also earn it. Some companies are starting to pay their employees in Bitcoin. You can also get paid in Bitcoin for goods or services that you sell. There are even platforms that allow you to earn small amounts of Bitcoin for completing simple tasks. So, what can you do with Bitcoin once you have it? Well, you can use it to buy things, just like you would with traditional money. A growing number of companies are starting to accept Bitcoin as a form of payment. You can use it to book flights and hotels, buy electronics, and even order a pizza. You can also use it to send money to friends and family anywhere in the world with very low fees. And of course, you can hold on to it as an investment, hoping that its value will increase over time. Now, before you rush off to buy your first Bitcoin, it's important to have a clear understanding of the risks involved. Bitcoin is a new and exciting technology, but it's not without its downsides. The first thing you need to be aware of is volatility. The price of Bitcoin can be incredibly unpredictable. It can go up by 20% in a single day, and it can just as easily come crashing down. In 2024, Bitcoin was the top performing asset class, rising about 125%, but it also lost 64% of its value in 2022 and 74% in 2018. Another major concern is security. While the Bitcoin network itself is very secure, your Bitcoin is only as safe as your wallet. If you're not careful, you can lose your Bitcoin to hackers, scammers, or even just by forgetting your password. There are countless stories of people who have lost millions of dollars in Bitcoin because they didn't take the proper security precautions. Regulation is another big question mark for Bitcoin. Governments around the world are still trying to figure out how to deal with this new technology. Some countries have embraced it, while others have banned it outright. The regulatory landscape is constantly changing, and this can create a lot of uncertainty for investors. What do the experts say about investing in Bitcoin? Financial advisors generally recommend that you allocate no more than 5% of your total portfolio to cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. Some, like BlackRock, suggest an even smaller allocation of 1% to 2%. The reason for this is simple: volatility. Bitcoin is still a very new and unproven asset class. One popular investment strategy for Bitcoin is called dollar cost averaging. This is where you invest a fixed amount of money at regular intervals regardless of the price. For example, you might decide to buy $100 worth of Bitcoin every month. When the price is high, you'll buy less Bitcoin. When the price is low, you'll buy more. Over time, this strategy can help to smooth out the volatility and reduce your overall risk. What does the future hold for this groundbreaking technology? While no one has a crystal ball, there are some exciting developments on the horizon. One of the most significant is the growing adoption of Bitcoin by major companies and financial institutions. We're seeing major companies like Tesla and Block adding Bitcoin to their balance sheets. We're also seeing financial giants like BlackRock and Fidelity offering Bitcoin investment products to their clients. Another key development is the rise of the Lightning Network. This is a technology that's built on top of the Bitcoin blockchain. It's designed to make Bitcoin transactions faster, cheaper, and more scalable. With the Lightning Network, you can send and receive Bitcoin almost instantly, with fees that are a fraction of a cent. We're also seeing a growing interest in Bitcoin from a geopolitical perspective. Some countries are starting to explore the possibility of using Bitcoin as a reserve currency. El Salvador made headlines in 2021 when it became the first country in the world to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender. The journey of Bitcoin is far from over. In fact, it's just beginning. It's a technology that's constantly evolving, with a passionate community of developers and entrepreneurs working to build a more open, fair, and transparent financial system. There you have it, a complete beginner's guide to Bitcoin, from the basics of what it is and how it works, to the risks and rewards of investing in this exciting new asset class. Bitcoin is more than just a new way to make money. It's a new way to think about money. It's a technology that's empowering people all over the world to take control of their financial lives. The world of Bitcoin is constantly evolving, with new developments and innovations happening every day. So I encourage you to continue your education. The more you learn, the more confident you'll become in your ability to navigate this new and exciting world. And remember, the most important thing is to take action. Start small, be patient, and never stop learning. The future of money is here, and it's waiting for you to be a part of it. If you found this video helpful, be sure to subscribe to Money in Clay Terms for more simple and clear explanations of complex financial topics. Don't forget to like this video, share it with a friend who's curious about Bitcoin, and let us know in the comments what you'd like to learn about next. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.